Okay. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we discussed how to extend our templates, like how to make all the required thing in our base.html file, and how to create a Navbar file, how to create footer, and all those files how to include in the base.html, and that entire thing how to extend to the other HTML files. These things only we discussed yesterday, correct? And also we understood that how the static static folder will work, how to do static URL setting, static root setting, all these things, and how to collect the inbuilt statics by using Python manage.py collect static command. All these things we discussed, correct? Today we will understand, and also we discussed yesterday how to create super user, correct? Like for admin portal login, we required super user that we created using Python manage.py create super user command. And also I shown login to that super user admin portal, and there is a user tab. If you open that, all the registered user will be going to be present over there. Okay. Now we will use that user table that is already present in the Django. That user table present in the Django, that is auth user table. Now, whoever the users will come to our system, we need to log in. We need to register that all the users into that user table. Everyone, okay. So after that, we have to verify them from that table when they are trying to log in. Okay. So today we will understand this concept, how realistically it will work actually. How they can register into our Django system, and how we can implement login functionality with proper logic. Okay, this is what today we will understand. Let us create okay, let me create new project for this things. Okay, where Django projects. Okay, we'll do it from the beginning. So first thing, I want to create virtual env, right? I'll keep virtual env. Okay, it's done. Let us activate that. So now inside this, we will install our Django, right? Pip install Django. Okay, so it's done now. So after this, we need to do create project and create app. All those things we'll do. Okay, so Django -admin start project. I'll give name like sign up login project, something I'll give. Okay. Yeah. So it is created. Let's create app also. Start app. Yes. I will make it as login app. Login app. It's done. So similarly, we want templates folder also in the same structure. Let's check here. Yeah. Okay. So now let's open this project in our editor and we'll continue over there. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, Django project here. So we'll open this fully. Okay. Yeah. So now our Django project is ready. So I deleted that app as well because it's kept outside. Let me create in the proper folder structure. Okay. So now let me close this. Okay. So here we have VNVN project right now. Okay. So now we will be activating this VNV in this, right? Yeah. Done. Now go to our project, CD into project. Okay. Here we need to create app. Correct? No. So let's do that. Python manage.py start app and same name I'll give now again, login app. Okay, login app. So it's got created. Now here, same folder structure, I have to make a directory called templates. So I'll do that. mkdir templates. mkdir templates. Okay. Yeah. So now if we expand that, we got login app also, templates also as we need, right? So now we are good to move. Let's check here by running the server, python manage.py, run server. I think I made mistake here, server. Okay, it should open the server now. Every setup is ready. Now we will do some prerequisite setups for the settings file and our project file also, right? So let's go to our project file here, then go to settings. Okay. So first thing what we need to do, we need to include our app here in the installed app, correct? First thing. So app name is login app. Okay, done. Next thing is like in the template side, dirs you have to mention. Base dir slash templates. Okay, correct. Okay, so next, so database settings. We can do that database setting also. Let me just copy and paste from the previous project. Okay, where is that? Yeah, from here. Setting file. Okay. Yeah, this section I want. Correct. I don't want to type and waste the time now. I'll copy and paste there in the database section. Correct. Now it is done. Now MySQL database connection is going to be established. But thing is, I need to, when I try to do run, it will ask the client installation and that I have to do. Correct. So now I think good to move up to this much. Correct. So we'll run one more time. Server stop and run the one more time. It will ask me for client installation also. Correct. So let's do that now. Install the client. Pip install MySQL client. Okay, MySQL client. So it's successful. Okay. After this, we need to create our super user, right? That is what today we are going to focus. Create super user and access that thing, and from that user tape and migrate and check it, right? So before creating the super user, first of all, that inbuilt tables, whatever the Django will be having, right? That user table or session table, whatever, that I want to migrate to my database right now. Okay, then only we can interact with the tables, right? So first we need to do migration, then you are allowed to create super user and anything you can do. Now how to migrate? Python manage.py, make migration you check for a first time. After that, you are good to migrate. Migrate. Okay. What's happening? Yeah, it's saying that operation to perform like apply all migration, admin migrations required thing. auth, migration, content type, sensation, all those things, right? Yeah. Now we can create now. Python manager py create super user. Okay, create super user. So asking like I'll give same thing like admin as a username and admin@gmail.com as a email, and I'll give admin@123 common password. I'll bypass the security and validation. So it's created now successfully. Let's run the server now and check it. Open. Navigate to now admin. So and give the username and password at 123. Login. So it's successfully that admin user is created as a super user, right? Close. And see, this is the users table we are going to interact for signing up and login, checking the credentials, all those things. So here we are all the users I want to store in this table actually. That means like I can show you now. My workbench, I'll open you MySQL. I think we kept student database, I think. Student DB database, I think. Correct? Let me check here. DB, which DB we're using? Student DB. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see now. Use student to DB. And show tables. Okay. You can see now. Here we have auth group permission, auth user, everything. So now this is the table, auth user. All the users going to store actually. Okay. So now I want to open this table actually. So for that, we can write the command select star from auth user underscore user. Okay. You can see here, it's showing me. Actually, previously we registered some student, like also that 2 users are available right now. One is, and observe password is hashed, encrypted. If you're using this auth user table, by default, Django ensure the security. Password is hashed. They are using some encryption mechanism before storing. Okay. And also, when we are trying to log in, they are going to decrypt and it will be matched properly. That is what. See now I created this one actually. Admin, right? Yeah. This admin@gmail.com. Everything is ready. Okay. Now that's why that login is successful. You can see what is the 8 and timing. Just now we logged in. Now that timing also is showing right now. Okay. Now thing is they joined everything is showing and his staff yes is active yes and his super user also somewhere is super user yes 1 Okay. If you want, you can give first name, last name, everything you can do that. So now this is the table we are going to use, but this table already present, this model already present, we are going to import and start using it. That's it in our view function. Now this is the one thing. Now next thing is like, let's include our login app here into our URL, right? Yeah, sorry, include login app dot URLs. Actually, I have to create that actually still the okay. Yeah. So now this URLs.py I have to create it inside our login app folder. I mean here. Let's do that. New Python file urls.py. And here we need to keep all our URLs mapping, correct? So let's just copy this pattern and change accordingly. I don't want this. Let me keep now here home page first of all, okay? So we'll do here. Do we have views, right? Yeah. Views that home, comma, name is equal to home. Okay. So import this name from okay. Or else you can give directly also, it will work. Doesn't matter. Now it's saying home is not there. You have to create that, right? So now you can keep the cursor there. You'll get the option like create function home in the module views. It will give me the blank template. Okay. That will create automatically for me inside the view form, view.py, like def home return none. Now you have to change accordingly whatever the required things we want. Request parameter we want. Then here when open home page, first request. I want now first thing like we want to ask user to log in our system. Then only they are allowed to use other features. If they are having the account, they must log in. Otherwise, they must sign up. This thing we have to keep inside our in the home page actually. Okay, in home page, when directly go to the first 8,000 first thing, then I have to show username or password, whatever. Okay, username, password, and login button. If they are having account, they will enter the username, password, and login button. Click. If the username, password is correct and present in my users table, I will allow them to go to their dashboard kind of thing. Otherwise, if anything is wrong, user is not present, email ID is not correct, or maybe password is not correct, I will send the error message. Or maybe I will prompt, if that email is not present in our system, user is not present in our system, maybe I can prompt them to sign up. Okay. Because the user is intended and try to check our features, right? Application features. So that means they want to log in. Login means they must be sign up first. They must sign up, then only login. So these things we have to do systematic way. So now what I'll do, when home page will come, right? I will render request. Okay. Tell me where I should render. Which page? Templates, right? Okay. Login page. Login.html. Okay. It will directly, when home first request comes, it will directly go to the login.html. Whatever the I will design over there, login.html, it will be going to render to me. Correct. Okay. So now we will keep login.html. We have to create here first of all. Correct. In the templates folder, we'll create that login.html. Do we require to give that? No, it will create automatically login.html. Okay. So login page, I'll keep the head title. Okay. Fine. Now I would like to, yeah, okay, fine. We'll keep it as simple prompt only. We'll implement the functionality. Later, we'll maybe align the layout like accordingly, template inheritance, all those things. Okay, fine. Now here, what are the things we need? We need username, password, and login button. Okay, so let's create that form and action. Give me a second. Hello. Pawni. Okay, so now here we have to mention one more thing, right? Method is equal to post. Okay, we'll design this. Okay, so we want like input labels. What is that? I just keep it simple. First thing is like username, right? Input type is equal to text. We'll check it by email ID, correct? We can make it as email also, better way. Input type is equal to email. Then name is equal to email. Okay. Then we'll keep break. Next, what we want? Password. Input type is equal to password and name is equal to password. Password break. Okay. And we have to keep here button. Input type is equal to submit. Button name we have to keep like login. Okay. And break. And also we need to keep here one hyperlink or maybe one more button. If the user is not already present, they have to, there's something like you see, right? Create account or register, right? That thing we have to keep here. Okay. For that, what I'll do, let me keep hyperlink. Okay. Or else I can keep one more form and one more button. That makes sense actually. Okay. Form. And here just button I'll keep now. Type, sorry, input type is equal to submit button. That is like value is like sign up. We'll make it as sign up or register. Sign up. Okay. Sign up. And again, we have to make this as like action we have to define. That I'll keep later. And post. Yeah, method is equal to post, right? Huh. Anyhow, this action we know. Sign up, it should go to sign up URL. We'll keep that here. Sign up. Okay. And here also login. It should go to login. Make sense? Up to this.
Yes, sir.
Huh. So we are this methods, this template is post method, right? We have to keep CSRF token that also. Now we have to keep here, right? Compulsory that one. CSRF underscore token. Correct? Even for this form also. Every form actions should contain that. Okay? Good. Okay, we are having here line number 4 in the views, right? No. Not URLs. We'll import from the directly from dot import views. Okay. Yeah. So now let's check now whether it is rendering or not in the home page, right? It's rendering me username, password, and login and the sign up button also. Okay. It's good, looks good now, but no styling and all applied. Simply we are going with basic things, right? So later on we can implement that styling and all those things. Now anyhow, if you observe this login.html, na, we required now login and sign up URLs. Correct? Let's create that URLs now. Okay. Where we have to create? In the urls.py. We'll create here now. Path. What is the name you have to give here? Login. Okay. Login. Then comma. For that login, we have to create login function actually. This is the good practice to keep a name also here. Okay. Again, path, sign up, views dot sign up, comma, name is equal to sign up. Okay. Up to this, good, right? Anyhow, we need to create these two things now, login and sign up. Let's make it is a create this login also and create this sign up also. Both the functions skeleton is ready now. Here coming real logic we have to implement here actually, real logic. How? First thing, we'll do login function first, okay? Right? Take the request. Okay. Then we have to check whether this request is post request or not. Okay, when button is pressed, then only we are allowed to parse the data like email ID and password, right? Let's check it that if request dot method equals post. Okay. Then what are the things we are going to get? Email equals request dot post of email. Similarly, password is equal to request dot post password. Okay. Good. After this, we need to check this email ID, sorry, whatever the thing is coming, we have to verify it or validate it, whether this data present in our user table or not. Correct, no? So, to do that, anyhow, we are interacting with auth user table of Django itself, right? So, that comes with useful functions to use for verification, authentication. This technique what we are going to do, no? Authentication we are going to do. We are trying to authenticate whether the user is authenticated user or not. Credentials are correct, her user is there in my auth user system or not. Okay. So that to do that, we can follow the Django authentication system. Okay. So you're good to always check our Django. Yeah, I have here Django authentication. If you type in the Google user authentication in Django, that is from Django documentation, you can check. Okay, here you can understand how this user authentication in Django will work really. So actually this is like consisting of user table, permissions table, groups table, so many tables will be there. Right now we are concentration is on users table. Correct. Let's move on here. How to use that? So working with user objects, we are going to check how authentication in web request will happen. So let's using the Django authentication system, we'll navigate here. Here we'll understand all those things. How user object is going to create it, how user object is going to filtered or getting verified or validated. Okay. So already we know that when I create the user, it is having username, password, email, first name, last name, everything. So you can use whatever the things you want. So now first thing is like this creating users. Creating users means signing up process related to. Make sense? When I'm signing up, I have to create the user. That is what creating signing up means. Correct. So in that case, you can use this thing. Django from django.contrib.auth.models import user table. Correct. Because to the user table, I want to create the user. That is the thing. So that I have to import the user table. Then user is equal to user.object.create user function you can use directly. You no need to write all the things from the scratch. Okay. You can use user.object.create user function. That create user function, what are the need? You can give username, email ID, password. If you pass, that will create the user object. Then at final, you can save the user object like user.save. If you do this 2 line of code, you are good to sign up. Okay, but these are basic thing. But before signing up, you have to check whether that user already present or not. Also, that will be there. Okay. Now let's say this part I will come to the later part actually. How to create? First, we are talking about what? Login. Correct. So for logging in, this is the thing we have to check. Authenticating user. So we can use authenticate function to verify a set of credentials. Email ID and password. That is what we have to do that, right? So for doing that, we have to import authenticate module, authenticate function from the auth user. Authenticate module, we have to import authenticate function. Here you observe how they're using. Simply they are checking like this. Authenticate username, password they're giving. Authenticate username, password they're giving. They're checking it. Now, this value coming from the front end, they're evaluating with this fields, username and password fields, right? Same way. Now, if it is there, this function, authenticate function, what it will do, it takes the keyword arguments like username and password for the default case, checks them against the each authentication backend and returns the user object if the credentials are valid for the backend. If not, the credentials are not valid, it will give me the none. Credentials are not valid, it will give the none. Correct. So now, based on this information, I can play with the condition statement now here. Like how? If user is not none. If user is not none means credential is successfully authenticated. Correct? Means user is valid user. I can define. Then in this block, I can create. If the user is login, I can send them to maybe other page. I can allow them to access my application. Correct, na? That is what I can do in this when user is getting like validated properly. Otherwise, else part, it means user is not valid. So in this case, I can give the error message like your email ID credential is not correct, so and so, something, I can pass them and redirect them back to again login page itself. Correct? Makes sense. So this is the thing we are going to do now. Understood? Okay. Let's implement this now. Where here, yeah, what you have to do first thing, we have to import this thing, right? From the Django. I'll keep that up here. Yeah. From django.contrib.auth import, authenticate. And one more thing I have to import. What else? User table also. Okay. We'll keep that user table also. This one. From django.contrib.auth models, import user also. So these two things are required for me for sign up and login. Okay. Now come here and check how they are checking here for login. See, using authenticator and username and password. Okay. So now I'll take this. This is very easy. See, Django comes with very handy documentation, guys. You can anytime practice by using and that documentation if you get any doubt actually. So now I'm doing here authenticate username is equal to John, password is equal to secret. But see, that is copy paste, right? But I should not go with that. I want to keep my what from the login page, whatever the things coming now, I'm fetching here now, that I have to keep. Correct. So currently I am getting email and password. Okay. Email and password. I'll type here. Okay. Now I have to check the condition one more time. Like if that they're checking, right? You see, if user is not none, then I have to do something. Otherwise, I have to do something else. Correct. So let's copy this. Okay. So this also not required. Yeah. Once user is authenticated, I need to send them to one more page, let's say. Let's say dashboard kind of page. Okay. I will send them here like return render request comma dashboard dot.html. Okay. And I may require in the dashboard welcome username or something. You will get it right once you log in. The data also I want to send to the dashboard, maybe. Correct. As a technically, if you talk about. So that data I can get like maybe this username or password, whatever is there. Na? That thing you can pass here also. Maybe this entire user object you can pass here also. Correct. Like this. Maybe I can make it as data colon user. I'm missing here comma. Okay. Which one? Why we not use directly user? This is a format, na key and value. You have to give context, right? We must send as a context key and value. Okay. Directly you can't simply you can send. Now in the else part, what will you do if the user is not present? In the else part, we have to redirect them to sign up. Before that, I think maybe some credentials are not correct. I can redirect them to again login page itself. Okay. So I will do here like else means sorry, return redirect. Okay. to redirect to particular URL. Okay, we can use redirect function actually. In this function, you can give particular URL name. That's it. Which URL I have to give? Login only. That's it. But this redirect function I have to import from the Django shortcuts. I'll check. I'll show you. See, render and redirect will be in the same shortcut, Django shortcut. Okay. So now we'll check this implementation. It looks good, but it may not work also because we are checking with the username with email actually. This implementation not up to the mark. Username in the sense, in my table, if you observe, username is a different thing here actually. Username is a name what they, when they are logging, sign up in, when they give the username, that is the username. Correct. But I'm checking with the email, so it may not work actually, right? So in that case, I have to ask the username in the normal template, login template, right? Let me check here in the login template, right? First, I will show this through username, okay? Then I will show you through email. Make sense? I will make this as username. User name, okay? And in the view also we'll change this as a username. Username. And this should be username. Okay. Yeah. So this looks good for me now. Let's enter. Enter the username. I think admin is there, right? Yes. Password. Admin at 123. Okay. Click login now. Template does not exist. Means if there is any problem with the credential, I would have got something other error actually. But that authentication is working, but template I didn't create this dashboard.html. When you not created any template, but you are using, it will give this error, right? Now I have to create the template, that one here, dashboard.html. Dashboard, correct? Dashboard HTML. User dashboard. Okay. Here just I don't want to, I just display something, that's it, right? I am sending a user object, right? I'll try to display that also. H1, welcome. I think I kept, what is this one? Sorry. Data, data dot username. Let's take username. Okay, let's check this. Okay, refresh. It's working fine. Like welcome admin. Data.username means that is when I'm checking this, where this login function, when I'm checking this authenticate username password, this username and password both are correct, both are valid. So it is returning me that user object, that particular entire object, whatever the content is there, data is there, everything is returned back to me. This object is containing everything. I can access everything here. I'll show you in the dashboard. Welcome username. Okay, maybe if you want to data.email, you can access. Data.email also will be coming here. Check. See, entire object data you can access. You can spend, you can do whatever you want here, right? But what happens in the failed case, right? This is a success case actually. Failed case also you have to check, right? Let's do that checking. Actually, in the failed case, what logic I'm keeping? I'm rendering back to login page itself. Okay, let's do that. Let's go back. Maybe I will give now different thing. Admin 123. Okay, different. Otherwise, okay. Next, now click on login. Now value error at login. It says that login up, you have login didn't return on a HTTP response. Okay, that means here we are doing something here. It is trying to render the login page, right? But here I'm HTTP response is none. Total this login function HTTP response is none, right? So here also you try to do this, na? Like return render login page request array request comma login only login.html. That's it. That will go make our work easy. Go back, click login now. See, the credentials is not correct. It redirect to same URL. So that form is refreshed. Make sense? Okay. So that's how login will work. But still, it is a basic thing only. But still, we have to go for application level. You have to check many conditions actually while working with the login. That bit by bit we will implement that one. And again, sign up is pending. Sign up will check in the tomorrow class, and we'll improvise the login mechanism also tomorrow class. And you explore that documentation. You try to implement the sign up function. Okay, there is a documentation you can implement easy way. Okay, implement, and you think logically what happens once sign up is happen. Once sign up is happen, you have to send them back to the login page. Correct. So those things you have to implement. Okay. To redirect function means I want to when this login is failing, na, I want to send them back to the login page itself. I don't want to send them back to the once again another page. You can use render also, but this is the best option. Just I want to give the URL name. That's enough for me, right? If some other cases like there won't be any HTML page, let's say, but there will be login URL is there, function is there, no HTML. That case I can't go render, right? I should go redirect. That is the meaning. Cool. Okay. So practice these things. So coming week we are going to work on more on projects itself. I will give you project outline. Okay. I will explain project all the modules required, all the things required. Okay. How you are going to design login system, user creation system, and each module how we are going to define, and how we are going to establish the one module to other module link. Okay. References, everything we'll discuss next week. Okay. Before that, we'll complete this login and authentication system. So then you are good to start your project work. Okay, cool. So see you tomorrow.